Right then, I'm ready, back for part 2. Last time you saw me at the end of part 1, it was, when was it? Tuesday night. Since then, it's now Thursday afternoon. I'm back down for another 4 nights, I think. I've just restocked on food, washed all my pans, just been home for a bit, which is quite nice to have a shower and everything. Since you last seen me, I've had quite a few fish still. I'm on about 32 through the whole session now. And last night I had the biggest so far of the trip of 12 pounds 14 ounces while a couple of my mates were here. So here's a picture of that, if I get it. I hope so. So if I do, here's a picture of that. So yeah, really happy with that. Now I had 2 doubles in the session, about 32 fish, but it's just good fun, isn't it? So we can get the rods back out, get some bait over the spots, maybe get some food on because we're getting quite hungry again, and yeah, just keep surviving on this long old session. It's good fun though, I'm enjoying it. Wow, look at this. This is a bit of a treat. I've just spotted on the far bank over there. Let's get him in on him, try and get him in focus. There we are. Grey heron, stalking fry in the margin. Seen a few of these session, along with some green woodpecker, some kingfisher. Awesome wildlife down here at Wylands. I'm waiting for this fella to set off and fly across the lake. Seeing him fly across the lake at dusk is one of the most stunning things you can really see. Awesome. Still haven't got the rods out, just been watching him. He thinks he's spotted something. Sweet. Right then, for those of you that haven't watched part 1, which I suggest you do by the way, watch part 1, but if you have already, or you haven't and you can't be bothered, here's the rig. This is the left hand rod in the margin. We got a 2 ounce flat pair lead in silk coating, a Fox leg clip, that's to the swivel there. A lot of people ask me why I don't use a tubing or a leader. Basically it's because I use fluorocarbon mainline, and the main idea for a tubing or a leader is A, for it to sink, and B, to disguise it. Fluorocarbon, absolutely invisible like water and sinks like a stone, okay, so I don't need a leader on there. As always, that's semi-fixed, so it can move up and down like that, and then it just connects into the swivel. We got an anti-tangle sleeve, stop the hook link coming round. Very, very simple there. Sort of 6 to 8 inches of braid, that's the Suffolk stuff I think. We got a Fox Armour size 8 SSBP with 2 bits of shrink tubing, one to give it a kick and one to change the anchor point of the bait. And the bait is I think it's about a 12mm liquid baits, garlic and super hot chili, topped with a bit of Gardener's Zig foam to sort of give a snowman effect there, just a mini one on the bottom there. And hopefully that'll pick up a carp, well no, not even on the shot, pick up a carp in the margin there. That's what I'm hoping anyway. And then I'll talk you through the other one in a minute, and then I'll show you the 2 spots. And she'll be off, but over the top of that I've just chucked a few mini boilies, a few normal boilies and a bit of the old spod mix that I showed you in the last video. I'm not going to go through that again, but there we are, here's one rig. Let's get that out. Right, in the next rig, that's the left hand rod. Again, I'll show you where it is in a second, but it's all the same up until you get to the hook bait. And this time I've gone, because that's what I've been catching fish on this rod, a single 16mm hook bait. This is the Liquid Baits Honey. One of the things I did when I went home for a couple of hours this afternoon was to get some more bait, 'cause I've really got through them. I've got through a few kilos now, so I'll come back with a couple more kilo. And yeah, let's get that out. I'll show you where the 2 are, and then I can sit down with the radio and a beverage. That'd be lovely. Right, and the spots again. Sorry if you've watched the first one, this will be a bit repetitive, but if you haven't watched the first one, spots are left hand rod down under that tree there, like that. And then that's just with a spread of liquid based boilies around it, that's on the 16mm. And then the one in the margin, a bit nervy, don't want to fall in, but it's just, if you see some pads around there, by the pads and the tree. So probably easy to show around here actually. But this one was the absolute killer spot at the start of the session. Loads of fish off it, and it's gone a bit quiet, and the left hand rod's had all of them. But it's just down by these lilies under that overhanging tree there. And I've had a fish on that in the last 24 hours. But I know it's worked before, and it'll work again, so we'll see. We'll see. Right then. I think it might be beverage time and radio time. Right, I've just managed to lose one on the left hand rod. As well, I was tying up a new rig for the right hand rod because I wasn't happy with it. And yeah, it's a funny little run actually, sort of like a bit of a drop back, up again, drop back, up again. And in the end I hit it and it was on for a little while. So I played it out towards the centre of the lake and it was feeling alright, and then just pinged back. Very classic hook pull, which I'm a bit upset about because I haven't had many hook pulls so far. And yeah, felt a decent one. But we shall see. Just gone up, put both rods back out. A few boilies and pellets over the top, bit of spod mix over the right hand rod. And we shall see, hey? I just want a few fish tonight, a few decent ones. I can get them nice and filmed. I haven't had a double on camera yet, and I've had two, so you know, we're not catching monsters down here. There are a few decent ones here in New Speci, but the average stamp of fish is sort of high single, low double, and with a few smaller ones, a few bigger ones mixed in. But I'm just happy to be out catching at the moment. It's quite nice. But yeah, baits are back out, and hopefully we'll land the next one. Right then, this is annoying me a bit. What's happening is I can see fizzing and bubbling coming up over the margin rod. And I'm getting knocks on the rod tip, the line's moving, there's clearly fish feeding down there in that spot. I just can't get a run, I have no idea. It's the same rig as the other rod, which is getting loads of runs on. I just don't know. It's really annoying me. But the line's getting flicked. Look, it goes the line again. Try and focus in on it. There's the line. The line is getting flicked and knocked. And there's clearly fish feeding down there. Just can't get a run. Very strange. I only just changed the rig over because the old one I couldn't get a run on. I might switch the rods over in a minute because the left hand rig, I know it works. I've had a lot of fish on it. We'll see if it's the rig that's making the difference. Oh, that is frustrating though, 'cause it's very, very clear there's fish down there. We'll see. There we are, the absolute classic. Rod tip pulled right round there. It's just fish feeding in the swim, you get big old liners. And I'm not picking one up, it's really, really annoying me. He's done it again, he's done it again. And again. Oh, I'm starting to really get a bit worried about this. It's almost as if I'm fishing without a bait down in that corner. I mean, it's 10 foot from my feet. It's not like I'm getting line bites, you know, halfway between me and the line. It's not, and it's cast the other side of the lake. These are fish right down by my feet, feeding on the bait that's over my bait. I've no idea. Maybe the fish can't move. The fish is sucking it in, blowing it out before it's hooking it. And these rigs are designed to catch it in the mouth as it moves off with it. Maybe they're not moving off with it, just sitting on the spot, sucking and blowing. It's really starting to worry me though, because it's been 24 hours of this on this rod. I've tried 2 different rigs, both of which, you know, palm test ready and everything, and I'm very confident in them. And I know they're just sitting down there mopping up the bait and not mine. I don't know how. Don't know how they're getting away with it. I'm starving myself. It's coming up to 10 past 8 and I'm not putting some supper on until I've either had a fish or figured out why I haven't had one. It's really, really annoying. Right, I got bored of the waiting game, so I put supper on. Some Uncle Ben's rice in there, just instant stuff. put a bit of water in with it, and it's a spicy Mexican in there. It's a good tip actually. It's very, very easy to do on the bank and it tastes really nice. So yeah, I think I'll just let the carp do their business. I'm not too bothered, to be honest. Happy to have a bit of supper now, and we'll see if we can get a run. Right, a bit more like it. Put the demons to bed of that right hand rod, finally peeled away. It's not a big fish, 4 or 5 pound, but nice little common. Put up a lovely scrap as well, and I'm so pleased it was absolutely nailed. So I'm happy the rig works. Happy that my Christ, is still a bit lively. We'll get it back, but happy the rig worked and happy the demons been put to bed there. Right, okay, let's get both rods recast and put the kettle on. Oh, so there we are, sweet. Just having my rice there and it peels away. The lake had gone a bit quiet before that, and what's quite funny is that my one came, and then within literally 5 seconds of me hitting into mine, the guy in the bivvy across the lake there, he had a run as well. And no one's had a run in a little while actually, so maybe they've got their heads down. Nice mist rolling over the lake now, looking like a proper summer evening. Right, let's go. I don't know how much this you're going to be able to see. It's starting to get a bit dark. But last light, here we are. It's absolutely feisty as hell. It's starting to dry out a bit. It's been bloody flipping about so long. 6 pounds and 15 ounces. I weighed it because it was a little chunky fish, and with the new scales and everything, I'm trying to get accurate weights for everything. But there we are. This time left hand rod, so both rods have had a fish since I got back. I'm pretty pleased about that. There we are, £6.15, prime common. Lovely fight as well. Right, let's get him back and yeah, finish my cup of tea. Lovely. Right then, got one. You're going to get a fair bit of this, I'm afraid, tonight. I'm on my own and my head torch doesn't work anymore. But here we are. £8 and a certain amount of ounces common. Pretty standard for this lake. It was on the left hand rod, peeled away, nice little fight. Right, let's get him back before he starts flipping everywhere again. Right then, little mirror this time. Can't be more than 4 or 5 pound. Left hand rod, liquid baits, honey boilie. It's got a bit of hungry there. I'm going to get a bit of carp care on that. But there we are. Nice 4 or 5 pound mirror. Let's get him back. Right, just had another one as you just saw. I'm really struggling to land them in the dark at the moment because my head torch is broken. Can't see a thing. I'm just having to play it by touch and trying to draw them over the landing net cord. I've lost a couple doing it. One this evening. But yeah, I think I'm getting a bit tired now, so what I'm going to do is any ones I'll catch, I will, sorry, radio's playing up. Any ones I catch, I'll probably take a photo of them rather than film them unless they're a decent size. And by decent size, I really mean double. So yeah, you'll probably see photos of a couple in the night. I've recast both the rods, and I'm fairly confident of another bite, but we shall see. Just got a shout out on Radio 1 for fishing, which was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm all ready for bed now. I'm going to try and get my head down before that receiver screams off again and we're into another old Speci carp. Right then, we got another one. In funny circumstances this one. What happened was I woke up this morning and I checked the rods. The right hand rod that I've had a couple of fish on last night, I'd actually cast it into a tree and tightened up to it and put the bobbin on because I didn't know, I couldn't see anything. So I got it out the tree and I literally dropped it back on the spot. I missed it once, hit the spot about 2 foot off, reeled it back in, got it again on the spot, tightened up, put the bobbin on,
turned round to put some bait over the spot and it was racing away. Can't believe it. £8, 8 ounce. Nice little common. He's got a bit of snail in there. Yeah. £8, 8 ounce. Nice little common. Pretty mental actually. Can't believe it. Must be just been a few fish feeding over the spot and I just luckily dropped it on his head. Sweet, let's get it back. Get both the rods back out. Right then, not the biggest or most glamorous way of getting there, but fish number 40, and it is an absolutely turbocharged, pristine, another old Speci common. This one at £7, 10 ounces, nice little chunky fish. Put up a roaring scrap as well. Pulled my arm off, as a few of them have. The little ones actually put up a fantastic fight. 12, whatever it was, £12, 14 ounce I had last night. Not last night, 2 nights ago. Just came in like a sack of spuds, and this one tore around under the rod tip. Great fight. Right, 40 fish down, let's go on for 50. Let's get him back. What a sad day. My mate Ray's leaving. Oh, can we get him in focus? There he is. He's been here for even longer than me, would you believe? I've been here since Sunday night, it's now Friday. And he's been here since last Sunday. He's been here 2 weeks. He only does the days. And I think must have had well over 100 fish now. So good on him, and I think he's going home now. I'm the last original left on the lake now. Right, and number 41 soon follows. I like to show you a bit more of what I'm doing here, but at the moment, can't stop catching fish. That's looking a bit funny. Feisty little bugger. Haven't weighed this one, probably, I don't know, £4 or £5. Another little common. What's really pleasing about this one, it is fin perfect, I tell you. Even got both its barbules there, which is pretty cool. You don't get many of those. Super duper. Right, let's get him back. I'll try and show you more of what I'm doing, but it's really simple. Right hand roll again, in the margin, just peeled away. Spool melting. Sweet. Well, a pretty little fish actually. I'm really happy with that. Right, let's get him back. Look at this, same fish. I just want to show you. Barbules intact, both sides. I doubt this fish has been caught very much before. It's absolutely perfect. His fins right there. Look at that. Right, now we really will get him back. Cheeky little female blackbird, picking up the remains of what I've dropped. Right then, right hand rod peels away in the heat of the day, and we got ourselves a slightly better one. It looks a lot bigger than the way it stays actually. Apparently it's only £12 and 7 ounces. But I suppose it's not a particularly wide fish. 12.7, thank God, third double. And the 42nd fish of the trip. What a lovely fish. Thick set, put up a great fight. I'm glad it came in the day, because landing them in the night was hard. But nice high shoulder on him. Pristine common, 12.7. Sweet. 8 on the liquid baits honey. Let's get a picture, and then we'll put him back. can't quite believe what's going on here. It's at the middle of the day, absolutely baking hot. Must be up 25, 26 degrees, maybe more. And yet still, I'm getting runs. This one's just a little one, I'm going to give him maybe £4. On this time on the left-hand rod, which is pleasing, both rods getting runs. It's quite cool actually. I got a beep on the right-hand rod, got up to walk over to the rods and have a look at it. And as I got to the rods, the left-hand rod peeled away. So yeah, both rods getting interest. Can't believe it. It's absolutely baking hot. I'm still catching fish. Number 43. Right. It's actually very important. If it's this hot, you've got to keep wetting them because they'll lose their protective slime, and they can do real damage. So keep them wet, keep them cool. The other thing is wet your mat before you put them on, because the mats can get really hot if they're left out in the sun. So yeah, wet your mat first, and there we are. Right, let's get him back because it is hot. Right then, after those two fish, I'm pretty surprised I actually caught those fish, because it was really hot earlier. There's a bit of cloud in the sky now, but there wasn't. Just gone up and got the phone, camera battery, bits and bobs charged. Now I've stuck some lunch on. I'm going to have some sausage sandwiches, which is going to be nice. And yeah, wound the rods in for now, just a little bit of a break. But I'm very happy to be catching in the middle of the day. So it bodes well for the night, when they tend to feed even more. Chris Yates' book How to Fish. It was pretty bloody good, but he missed out the old trio of sausage sandwiches. You can't fish without them. Right then, spot the carp. No prizes for this one, because they're everywhere. They are all over the surface. Must be, I don't know, at times there's got to be close to 100 about. I've tried to tend to on floater. I've got a couple of little bites and nibbles, but nothing of any size or proper bites yet. I tend to fancy myself as quite a decent floater fisherman, and I've had two in the this is the sixth day. Yeah, I've had two off the top. They're just not in the mood. It's too hot. So I love it when they do that. Whenever a bird flies overhead, even if it's like a magpie, they all just spook because of the shadow comes over them. It's a nice mirror down there actually. Seen a few nice ones, easily over £10. But yeah, I think I'll probably just leave them, let them be, and then catch them in the night. Because floater fishing's pretty hard. Right then, another one. Take a look at this fish. I've never seen anything like it down here at Wylands. Try my best. Come on. Darkest fish I've ever seen at Wylands. It is pitch black from the top. Little common, probably about, I don't know, £5 or £6. But look at that, I just can't believe how dark it is. Its tail's black. I've never ever seen a fish like this down at Wylands. Awesome, right hand rod, honey, liquid baits honey, peeled away. Well, it didn't peel away actually, the bobbin sort of slowly rose to the top and I hit it and it was on. It put up a nice little scrap. But what an awesome fish. Right then, let's get it back. What should I be? Is this the fate that... And another. Turning into carnage down here.
This one, £9 and 9 ounces. Look at that, dorsal up and everything. Oh, look at that. Lovely little fish. £9 9, as I said. This one did race away in the right hand rod. One toner, I tell you. Bobbin was thrown off by the violent take. Put up again, lovely little scrap. And here he is. Right, wind's picking up, so we're getting back. Yeah. Right then, finally got a run on camera, which you just saw. Nice common. The other rod's actually just gone, I think. Is the other rod gone? Yeah, the other rod is flying off. Right, £8 7 ounces. Let's get it back. Right then, sad face. The one on the right hand rod managed to get in the pads down by my feet, and so I lost it, and I've actually lost the rig as well. I had to pull for a break in the end. I checked there was no fish there. I made very certain, gave it slack line and everything. In the end I had to pull for a break. So yeah, just tie a new rig up for the right hand rod. £8 7 ounce, that's the 47th of the trip on the left hand rod. Which is pretty nice. Just roared off, good fight, you saw the run there, and then just weighed it and picked it up for the camera, and the right hand rod, you know, it started dropping back a bit, and I was looking at it going, oh god, it's going to go any second, then it just flew off. So after bit annoying, hay fever. So yeah, that's, these things happen, I suppose, when you're fishing with two rods and you're by yourself. These things can occasionally happen. Pretty pleased though, because I lost 4 fish on the left hand rod this afternoon that I haven't been showing you. I lost 4 runs, and so what I did was I took the rig off because the hook was a little blunt, I thought, and I tied up a new rig, fresh hook out of the packet, and first run I've nailed it, so I'm pretty happy there. I think I fixed the problem. So now the only thing is to do a new rig for the right rod, and then we should be fishing again. Hopefully won't have too many more of those, because that was a bit stressful, I tell you. Right, it's getting a bit mad now. Going through that camera footage, and I was about to tie a new rig up for the right hand rod, and the left hand rod just sawed off again. I'll show you where it is again. Just under that tree there. Oh, hello, lack of focus. There we are. Oh, hand's still a bit shaky. Another turbocharged common though. We'll get him on the mat, get him filmed, and then we really will get this right rod back out. Running out of battery again, it's mental. And another. Didn't weigh this one, can't be bothered, it's too many now. Third one in not very long at all. I still haven't managed to tie a new rig up for the right hand rod. Left hand one didn't give me a chance. Sweet, let's get him back. Right. Both rods back out, and my old mate Mr. Heron's reappeared. There he is, stalking away on the far bank. Remember, this time of year there's a lot of fry in and around the margin. This year's, and I bet the heron just cleans up on them. Doesn't need to go for any roach or anything bigger. He just eats fry to his heart's content. I'd love to get him have him a little pounce on camera. We'll see.
Right then, hello and welcome to a battle between me and this latest fish. Right hand rod, can't have been out more than 5 minutes on this new rig, so I guess I'm happy it's worked. Ow. But I've got another double, just this time, 10 pounds and 10 ounces, hence why I said battle. This fish has been a nightmare, just trying to get it weighed. Long, lean, powerful common, 10 pounds, 10 ounces. Another double, 49th fish of the session. One more for the big 5-0, and then I think I'll put some burgers on. Sweet, let's get a couple of pictures. And number 50. I tell you what, this is left hand rod, right hand rod isn't even cast back out. I cannot stop them at the moment. It's not the wildest way to get to number 50, a little 3 or 4 pound common, but it tore off again and a nice guy walking by landed it for me. So there we are, 50 fish off old Speci. I've been here 5 nights, but it just shows you get your tactics right down here, you give them a bit of food and just simple effective rigs, and you'll just bag up. Sweet. I don't think I'll leave the rods out for supper because, to be honest, I think I've earned some burgers. You know what? He can go back.
Right then, rod's back out after my dinner. I think I've just realised after that 50th fish that I'm going to have to do this in 3, maybe 4 parts rather than 2. So this is going to be the end of part 2. Thanks for watching, and yeah, look out for part 3 in the coming days. Which is going to have more of this stunning countryside and even more runs and fish, which is what this session's been all about. So yeah, cheers for watching and check out part 3.